Hello, and welcome to what could be the very last edition of El Supercast. With me today is Dantes.
Hello, everyone.
Yep, that's right. This could be the very last edition of El Supercast.
Are you serious?
No, not really.
Dude, what will the world be without the Supercast?
I just thought I would test it out, see how it would sound. I like that we both went at the same time.
Well, I wasn't expecting that on my return.
Oh yeah, but you never know. It's getting harder to come up with new ideas.
Yeah, I guess that's a common problem with podcasts. If they go on for a while, always having to innovate and be fresh and interesting to listen to.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we need to brainstorm on that.
Well, I was thinking that there's been a lot of people who have been associated with Supercast who are no longer with us. And no, they haven't died or anything. Just chose to they just chose to go on their own path.
Or they are just too busy and don't really care about us.
Yeah. So let's just talk about the Supercast in general. What does it mean to you?
Well, to me it means once in a while you'll ask me if I want to record a Supercast, and I'm like, okay, sounds like fun. And we do it, and usually I feel like I didn't do a good job, but it's still fun to do, and it's always nice to chat with you, and it feels nice to know that we have at least somewhat of a small audience that listens to our podcasts, and it's just fun to do.
Yeah, and that's the main thing. The main reason I started a podcast to begin with was because it was fun to do. And that is the honest truth right there.
And well, what else are you going to spend your days doing anyway?
Well, it's like this. I thought to myself, doing a podcast is a lot like doing an LP. Except you're not playing a video game.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when you're doing an LP, you're playing a game and you can just give commentary on the game and whatever. But when you're doing a podcast, you have to think of your own subject and really come up with ideas of your own. You can't really base it on anything specifically. So it's harder.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of podcasts that I follow are gone on hiatus. You remember the Ken PD's Nightcast?
Oh yeah, right. It still hasn't restarted?
No, they've been gone for quite a while.
I thought they had already released some new ones, but I don't know, I haven't really been paying much attention to it lately.
Some of my favorite podcast moments have been from this Nightcast.
Yeah, it is hilarious.
Yeah, anytime you get Dana Snyder to be a part of anything is instant win.
Yeah, and Ken is just crazy.
Oh, you know what?
Ken is just weird.
This reminds me. What is going on with Song Fu?
Yeah, it's started again, but under a different form. It used to be like a songwriting competition where people would really compete and anyone could enter and compete to become the master of Song Fu. And now it's just two celebrities, you could say, who compete against each other, and all the other entries are just okay, whatever. It's not really a large open competition anymore, but it's still, it's still a challenge, I guess. You can still write songs based on the challenges that are given, and you can still enter them, but it's not really a competition anymore. So it's lost that competitive feeling, but the core of it, the songwriting, is still there, and I think it's still interesting, still worthy of your time. I haven't participated in this last one because I was too busy with exams and whatnot, but I am planning to try again in the future.
So they basically took the competition side out of it.
Yeah, except for the celebrities, people who can invite to write songs and compete against each other. Right now, it's Molly Lewis against those two girls who, in their artist name, they are like referring to a popular songwriting duo. I forgot the names, but it's like parody, comedic music.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot the names, but Molly Lewis is certainly a great songwriter, and I can't wait to hear more from her. At least I think it's Molly. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's her. And the others, I haven't really heard much from them, but they should be good as well. And I know there are some other people who've entered, I saw one girl who I don't really know, but she said in the Masters of Song Fu group on Facebook that she had entered the song, so that's cool. But it was a tricky challenge this time. The first challenge of the new edition of Masters of Song Fu, it was write a song about bioluminescence.
Ooh, so, bioluminescence.
Yeah.
Well, now.
That's an interesting but also tricky challenge, I think.
Yes. Oh, yes. That'll be interesting. Song about bioluminescence.
Well, you know the song Fireflies from Owl City? That was a big hit a few years ago, and that song kind of has to do with that because fireflies are bioluminescent creatures.
Yep.
But I think there may have been some people who made references to fireflies and stuff. I don't know any other bioluminescent creatures off the top of my head. But it is certainly a tricky challenge, but that's what those songwriting challenges are about, giving tricky challenges so you can really put your songwriting mettle to the test.
Yeah, that's definitely what I liked about Song Fu, is that everyone was there trying to do the best that they could at the challenge at hand. It was definitely motivating to write new stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I recall when I participated for the first time, and the challenge was write a song about the moon, and it's like, okay, a song about the moon. What can you really write about the moon? And I just wrote a song from the moon's perspective about how it was there all alone, and then it got visited by the astronauts, and then they never came back, and so it's once again lonely. Something silly, but it fit the challenge, I think, and it was fun to do, but also, really challenging, because you really have to come up with something special, and that is at the same time enjoyable to listen to.
Oh yeah, my first one was a Shadow song, and it was basically about becoming master of Song Fu. I had fun with it.
That sounds quite meta. A Masters of Song Fu song about becoming a master of Song Fu.
Yep.
Yeah, well, as long as you have fun and you get an interesting result.
Oh, and I did. So we're almost out of time. Is there any websites that you would like to give props to before we get going?
Well, next to Masters of Song Fu, there's another new edition of Spin Tunes starting. Spin Tunes is the songwriting competition that was started when Masters of Song Fu died. So a lot of the old competitors from masters of Sang Fu are now competing in Spin Tunes. And you can find Spin Tunes at spintunes.blogspot.com.
All right. And with that, take care, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.